Yeah, so today we'll discuss about data warehouse or ETL architecture. Generally, yeah, this will give you an idea or how the project will be carried out or what we are going to do. Okay, so if you are from ETL background, you will have mostly knowledge about it. Or if you are from ETL or data warehousing background, if you are from fresher, or if you are trying for a job, or if you are from other background like web design or anything other than data warehousing, you may be new. That's fine. Any project when we are starting, we'll be given the project some understanding document or general. I mean, different people will call different ways. Some people will call project specification or business requirement document, technical design document. Of course, different. But in that, what will be there is what is the current project, what is the current setup, and how you want to redesign. Okay, and it also will talk about in current setup what are your sources and how you are loading into current warehouse, and the redesign means the new setup after this project. How you want to load the data into target, or are you introducing any intermediate layers? So each and every detail will be there. So there you will see diagrams like this, okay, source. So in ETL, what is ETL? Extract, transform, load. You see ETL means extract, transform, load. So as the name implies, extract means what? Extract means extracting from the sources. Okay, so like this, three boxes will be there. Three boxes means we divide the entire thing into three layers. First is source layer. Okay, in sources you will have all your sources in real time. For example, you see, I'll tell you nowadays anything, for example, railway reservation booking or banking. Okay, so anything you do, there are many ways you can. For example, I need to amount transfer. Okay, amount is transferred. How can I transfer the amount? I can transfer the amount by going to bank and fill a form and let the amount be transferred, or I can do through Google Pay, Phone Pay, or whatever it is, which is called UPI, and the other one is you can do net banking. So three different sources, right? So so those are all three different sources. So that means the entire banking data is sourced from all these three different sources. One is directly from bank, okay, visiting the bank and filling the form, and second one is UPI. UPI means again there is many things will come: Phone Pay, Google Pay, Amazon Pay, Airtel Pay, many pays. Okay, and the other one is, yes, you can do net banking and do it, of course. And another one is you can do even through mobile app. Okay, for everything nowadays mobile app. So yeah, you can log into your mobile app and you can do the fund transfer. So that means four different things. That means at the end of the day, all the transactions of a bank are coming from these four different sources. I mean, this is one example. Okay, so even railway reservation also people can do from mobile app. Okay, or they can do from third-party websites. Okay, so or they can go to a counter and do. So for the bank perspective, it all their data, okay, which need to be loaded into data warehouse, but it's coming from or sourced from different sources. So those are called here source systems. Some of them actually the bank, you're going to bank and doing transaction, right? That will be stored actually some databases like MySQL or anything. Okay, even the Phone Pay, Google Pay, they also will be stored in some backend database. Some backend database will be there for anything or any data related transactions. Okay, so even anything. Data means it should be stored somewhere, right? So generally they are called OLTP databases. Okay, OLTP, online transaction processing data. So finally they will become sources. Okay, for your bank data everyday transactions. Okay, so that will be extracted into second layer is called staging layer. In staging layer, in earlier there are different ETL tools like Informatica, Data Stage, Initio. Okay, so like that, something called Talent. These are all ETL tool. What they do is they will connect to source, they extract the data, and they will load it into target. ETL. The names of those tools itself ETL tools. Okay, so that is the trend ETL tool. Okay, when we are using ETL tool. So if you just learn the tool, that's all, you will get the job. Okay, so Informatica data stage an issue. But even before those ETL tools come, there was only PL SQL, Oracle PL SQL, or any database PL SQL, right? SQL PL SQL. So they use it to write some packages, procedures. I mean, packages means it's a series of code. So it will have a lot of functions, procedures, and all those. So that means through SQL only they use it to manage all data loading and all. So because that became a lot of code writing and all, so people they came up with the ETL tools. So when ETL tools like Informatica Data Stage Initio came, but SQL, PL SQL, code writing and all that stuff, I mean, they are no more used actually when these ETL tools came. So the ETL tools also, were in the market maybe around some 8 years or 10 years. Yeah, I think 10 years. And then nowadays no ETL tools. Now everything using Spark, Python, Spark, PySpark, Scala. You don't have to learn any tools, but you have to learn these tools. Okay, so either you should be knowing Python. PySpark means Python plus Spark or Scala. But anyway, don't worry. You don't have to know the developer level coding. There is a glue. Yeah, in AWS there is a service called glue. For ETL purpose, glue is a cloud ETL actually. Okay, so Informatica data set, they are all on-premises ETL, right? So similarly in cloud we have ETL tool called Glue, 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 AWS Glue. So it will generate your pipelines. Pipelines are means source to target mappings, or we call it pipelines. So it will only generate the code automatically using Python. It will ask which language you want to use, Scala, Python, or PySpark, whatever it may be. Company will decide, okay, which language to use. So if they're doing some PySpark, yes, they will write, I mean, it will generate in PySpark code. So you just need to, change the source name, target name, or data types if required. Otherwise, you don't have to even do that as well. So nowadays, that is the reason, people, I mean, it's better if they have knowledge about, Python, or Scala, or PySpark, or anything, if they want to become ETL developers. ETL developers means here actually data engineers. Okay, so the people who are learning about ETL glue ETL we call. If you are not, glue ETL, if you are learning Redshift, then you are supposed to know, SQL part. We are, data warehouse. Data warehouse means we come here, target. Okay, target is the data warehouse. So people who are earlier working on, for example, earlier I was working on Teradata. It's, it's the most leading data warehouse in the world. Actually, before Teradata come, Oracle was, leading. After that, Teradata was took over the whole market. But Teradata is again on premises. Okay, Teradata is again, it's a database, so it's a row level storage. So it's costly for the customer. So the cloud came, and cloud coming cheaper. If on premises they're paying 100 rupees, cloud is giving the same thing with just 10 rupees, 1/10 of the cost. That means obviously people will tend to migrate. But large customers, they cannot migrate. So still the world largest customers are still using, their, because their data warehouse is already established on that Teradata and all. So they are there, because migrating is not so easy. Okay, so it requires a lot of efforts and money and all. Again, new development on the Redshift means it's really tough. So those people, they still there, like small customers or even new startups. I mean, obviously, right? Whenever someone is coming, for example, you are learning. Why you learn the old things? You will come up and learn new things and go into the market, because that's what it is. So anyone who is starting now, or anyone who is easy to migrate, they will migrate. Like small size, mid size, even large size. But for example, if they have complex data warehousing, too big or too large, then certain things which are easy to move, they will move. Remaining things, they may continue in that. But everyone is moving. It's only matter of time. Bus. Okay. So it's good that you build your skills. If you are a programmer, then I mean, knowing maybe, because in interview generally they will ask, this is a secondary question or optional question to get the impression of the interview candidate. Do you have any knowledge on Python or something? If if you say yes, better you should say yes. Then okay, it's a plus point. Even, yeah, I know, but I did not get chance. That's a brilliant answer. Okay, so then okay, but you must know the SQL part. For us, they will test the SQL part, especially the joins. What are different types of joins? Generally in the real time we use left outer, inner join, right outer, full outer. Generally we use this. Of course, there are other joins like self join, Cartesian product join, those things. But if you ask a real time candidate, these four they will tell. Okay, cool. And yeah, they will ask some questions actually. They will give you, okay, I have some two tables. They will say, some customers and orders. So they will give the columns of those two tables. Okay. They may ask, I want to know, okay, the I want to know all the customers who placed more than one order. I mean, for listening, this seems like maybe something strange, but it's very easy. Okay. So two tables. So that means you need to know how to identify a customer who is placing more than two orders. Means you should be knowing group by having all these things. Okay, or I have a table which has duplicates. How do I identify the duplicates? Then how do I delete the duplicates? Okay, so all these things are standard branded questions which will definitely come. Why? Because this is what we do in troubleshooting in the real-time day-to-day work. Okay, so anyway, that we will see again in the SQL. Anyway, SQL means, yeah. First, I will ask you, okay, some exercise to write some queries. Then I will correct those queries. For example, if you are not able to write, okay, I will correct them, and then I will tell you what is the right way. Okay. So, and it's open book question. I'm going to give you an exercise. Okay, after this class, it's an open book question. Okay, you can search in Google and also write it. I mean, frame the queries and run those queries. Okay, because if you are master in SQL, you are master in IT. I mean, IT means especially in the data warehousing field. So okay, so that means nowadays people are using some glue ETL. Okay, so that is one thing. Those people, they want to use ETL in cloud, they will be using glue ETL. But the same thing can be done using SQL. Okay, so in SQL, I will tell you how to do that. Or if you are using Redshift, we'll be using copy and download. So that's what we are going to see. all the people who are having Redshift as their target, they will be using the copy and unload, okay, for this data warehousing. So in data warehousing architecture, what are the 3 layers? Or if you ask what is your data warehousing architecture, yes, in my architecture, I have some sources, and you should say some, MySQL, RDS, Postgres, something you can mention, or some of them are flat files. And in the staging layer, stage means, actually what is stage means, it's the place where you will clean the data, clean and apply transformation rules. That is the stage. Stage is actually stage means, right, stage, what you will do? You do all cleaning, reprocessing. Means here, for example, if you need failed transactions, you will filter. If you need duplicate records, you will delete. So that means you will make the data clean before loading into warehouse, right? So that's what in staging layer. What we do is, in staging layer, we extract the data from your sources to S3. Here only S3 will come. Okay, anything in the AWS, when we start working, we'll first place the data in S3. What is S3? S3 means simple storage service. Simple storage service. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, S3, not R3 or triple R. Okay, it is S3, simple storage service. So basically, it will act as a staging storage. So that's why. So for anything, whatever the source may be, first we will put it in S3. Okay, to work with AWS, you have to first place the data in S3. So what is that S3? But generally they call buckets. What does it mean by bucket? Bucket is to hold some anything, right? Water or anything. Similarly here, S3 buckets are used to have your source files. I'll show you, okay, how to put things in S3. Okay. So, okay, once your data is there in S3, then you will use copy job. Okay, copy job. You see here, you will use copy job to copy into stage table. That means for example, you're getting data from, bank ATM, okay, bank transactions in the bank, and through UPI and through net banking. So all those things, okay, files are generated, and you extract them to S3, and then you will use copy job to load the data into stage table. So who will create the stage table? You only have to create. If you create, then only you can load it, right? For example, you created department, I created department table and then loaded. So without creating department table, how can I load? I cannot. So I only created department table, and then I only inserted my data. Similarly, you only will create stage table, and you will run this copy job to load into stage table. Okay. Okay. So your data is there in stage table. So after stage table, you will load it into work table. This is also table. Stage also table. But in S3, it is not table. It's S3 means its data will be in file format. File format. Something. What is file format? Something like CSV. CSV means Excel sheet. Okay. It can be Excel sheet or CSV, comma value, comma separated value, or sometimes other formats like Parquet, Arrow, those things. Okay. So I will tell you about those file formats separately. Okay, for right now, whatever your data in source, generally your data in source can be sometimes Excel sheet or CSV and all, or sometimes .txt means text file, or sometimes they may be in MySQL, RDS, Postgres. But whatever it may be, you will extract and place in S3. In S3, your data should be, generally S3 means they are all files. S3 means they are all files. They all you need to store as some pipe delimited or some delimited. Okay, so delimited means right? Hello, I think
Yes, sir.
yeah, I think Prasad is not aware. Prasad, do you know what is delimited?
No, sir, I don't.
You know?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, okay. If you know, that's good. Okay, so your data will be placed, okay, as a file format. So you load that file format or you copy. Load means copy here. Okay, I said right. Copy means loading. So you load the data into stage. Okay, stage is a table. Why we are loading into table? Because you can run any query on the table and delete data or identify duplicates, or you can do anything. But if the data is in file format, what you can do? You cannot. Queries will not run on file, right? Queries will not run on file, text file. Queries will run on a table. So that is the reason you'll use copy and load it into some table, which is called stage table. And you will run all your queries. What is that queries? Removing duplicates or identifying duplicates or cleaning data or updating data. Whatever you want to do, you can do. Okay, once the data is in stage. So then from stage, you load it into work table. Okay, so while loading from stage to work table, how do you load? From one table to another table, how do you load? How do you load from data from one table to another table?
Copy.
I'm asking for Somnath, your answer. How do you load data from one table to another table?
Insert select.
Yeah, insert select. Insert into the target table, select star from source table. Copy means copy. See, it will copy only from S3 to target. I mean, here target can be stage table or target can be any table, but here it's stage. Copy will copy from S3 to stage. Generally in S3 data will be in file format. So copy will always copy data from file to table. Okay, copy will do file to table. Why file? What is the source for copy? S3. What is the source for copy? As per this diagram only. What is the source for copy? S3. S3 means data is in which format? File format. So you cannot use insert select. Insert into table, select star from table. Okay, so but here S3 is not a table, it's a file. So generally he will ask, okay, my source is a file, my target is a table. How do you load? He will ask. These are all not tricky question. If you have common sense, you can tell it. But unless you heard from expert faculty, I mean, you may not get that idea in the interview. Obviously, right? You see, your source is file, your target is a table. How do you load? Yeah, we have to use copy because source is a file. So then I think he will get you that you know. So since source is a file means which is in S3 and your target is a table, so you have to use only copy job. That's fine. But my source is a table. For example, here you see stage, this is a stage table, and here it's a target table. Okay, from stage table to target table, how do you load? Yeah, it's a both two tables. Okay, one is source table and it's a table, and another one is a target table. Okay, so since it's a table to table, you have to use insert select. Insert into work schema dot table, select star from stage schema dot table. Means from stage table you are inserting into work table. So in that query, you can do any joins or apply filters or any transformation rule. So what does it mean by transformation rule? What does it mean by transformation rule? Transformation rules means, for example, you see, I will tell you. For example, I have customer. Okay, target table is customer. So insert into TZT. Okay, that is the schema. Okay, or target dot customer. Okay, I need to insert target is the schema, customer is the table. Okay, so customer, then select. I can write star from source is the schema dot. I can write like this. But what I said, while selecting, we will be applying the business rules. Okay, while inserting data into target, we will be applying some business rules. Okay, in this select, this is source table. So business rules. So if you are just doing star means you are just loading the data as it is, but you will be doing some transformations. So what you do is, okay, for example, in this you have customer ID. Okay, cust ID. Okay, so customer, actually in target, in source, you know, you have custody, fname, lname. What is fname? Fname means first name, lname means last name. Okay, so date of, I mean, date of birth or card name, card number. Okay, for example, if he paid from card. Okay, so okay, actually in the source you have these columns. Okay, but in the target you want to load it as custody. Okay, you don't want to load it as first name and last name. You load it as a name, that's all. Okay, you don't want to load it as a first name and last name. You load it as a name. And of course, date of birth and card number. Okay, so last 4 digits of the card number. You don't want to load entire card number because we should not expose the card, right? So these should be your target columns. In source you have, you know, 5 columns, but in the 5 columns and in card number also full you're coming, but in target it will be like this. So this is what transformation rule. So you need to think customer ID you're loading as it is. Okay, name, so you're not loading first name, last name. So name, what is this? You should give f name, concatenation with l name. Okay, or of course in between you may use dot. Okay, and here let's say l name only initial. For example, my name is, okay, for example, you see, I think your name is Prasad some. Okay, what is your name, boss? Full name?
Varaprasad, sir.
Uh,
Surname Challa.
okay, yeah, Prasad Challa. Okay, so yeah, so I want to ch. Okay, I want to take ch dot Prasad. Okay, so then how do you take ch from this last name? So first name, yes, Prasad dot ch. Generally we call, okay, I mean Prasad ch, or you know, Somnath some x. So you have to take, generally we take c or ch. Okay, you can, if how many characters you want to take, that means here you have to use scb str substring of 1, 2. I want to take ch. Generally for Challa we take 2 letters, Somnath, that's why I'm taking 2. Okay, yeah, as per Telugu, you know, but generally one letter will take for initial. Okay, but for his name I'm taking 2. So yeah, substring 1, 2, l name, but it will take prasad dot, it will display prasad dot ch. Okay, in the output, comma, okay, dob as it is, and card number you're taking last 4 digits. So I think let's, every bank will have, you know, certain number of digits. Okay, account number. So last 4 digits means again scb str. How do you take last 4 digits? You have to see how to write your function so that only last 4 digits will come. 12 digits account number, let's say 10, 11, 12. No, so 9, comma 3, 4, card number. So what this substring function will do is it will start from ninth letter. Okay, ninth letter, 9, 10, 11, 12. So starting from 9, 4 means 9, 10, 11, 12. So last 4 digits it will take. So as card number. This also you can give a name as, you know, customer name. So that means now you will get customer ID, customer name only as a single field. Okay. So date of birth and card number only last 4 digits. This is called transformation rules, applying transformation rules. Bus. Okay, writing logic like this is called applying transformation rules before loading into target. What you are doing here, loading into target. Okay, what you are doing here, loading into target. But are you loading directly? No. What you are doing, you are taking the data that is only required. Okay, so for example, if you don't want null records, then you can apply filter where cust ID is not null. That means it will filter out all the null customer ID records. So that means you are just cleaning all the data. One side you are cleaning, one side you are applying the business rules. This is what will happen in the staging layer. Cleaning all the unwanted data and transforming the data, okay, before loading into target. Okay, so yeah, like that. So these are all called applying business rules before loading into target. You got it? What does it mean by transformation?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So where will the
Yeah.
staging and work tables be created?
Sorry, in
Staging and
Redshift
work.
only. In Redshift only. Okay. Okay, Somnath.
Okay, sir. So there will be different databases.
Yeah, yeah, different databases or different schemas. Generally, we call here schema. So here you see TZT underscore SCHEMA. Okay, so all target tables will be there in target schema and source tables will be there in source schema. Okay, because we cannot create everything in one schema, right? Then you know it will lose. That is not, you know, correct. At the end of the day, how do you identify which is source and which is target? So these are all called best practices. Okay, so for source you will maintain one schema. That means these are all source tables that are present. I mean, those are all source tables that are present in source schema. Or you can also, I mean, I put it as source, but generally we put it as a stage underscore schema. Means these are all tables that are available in the stage. Target means they are all final tables. But these are all created in Redshift only under different schemas. You got it, Somnath?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, writing this kind of code is called, you know, applying business rules. So in this only, if you know, if they want to you know, if they want to make any joins with other tables, here only they will add. Okay, so here they will add maybe, okay, inner join. So or they may write, you know, left join or left outer join. You can write anything. Left join with, you know, promotions, for example. Promotions, for example, let's say if any person purchased more than 1,000 rupees, okay, so he need to be given some, you know, promotion means offer. So then he will compare this table with promotion table and see yeah, if he is eligible for any promotion, like that. So based on the business logic, we apply the joins if required. But don't worry, all the logic will be mentioned in the document that they will provide you. Okay, generally they call, you know, technical design document. There every column logic will be present. For example, here I mentioned, right, customer is customer. You see, custody is same as custody, but only name only he said that only first name dot last character or last two characters of the last name. Then date of birth is date of birth. Card number, last four digits of card number. Like that, they will mention for every column business logic in the technical design document. Or even they don't mention, you have the right to. Generally, they will mention, not generally, that is compulsory. Without that, you cannot do the development. Okay, so they will mention. Even if you are not clear any logic, you can ask them. Okay, daily, because without that, you cannot proceed. So you will be asking and get clarifications. Okay, so anyway, if you know SQL, your job is easy. So that's all. After you done the copy job, you load using copy job, you are loading from S3 file to stage table, and so after stage you will load it into work table. So before loading into work table, you will apply all business rules. So where are you applying all business rules or transformation rules? While loading from stage to work. That's all. Once work table is ready means your data is really ready, which can be loaded into target. Again, see here, target, they are in different schema. Final tables, they are in different schema. So by loading from work tables to target tables, of course, these are all different schemas in the Redshift. So that's what you need to know about only Redshift. So from work schema, you will load it into target schema. Okay, target schema can be something like finance or credit or payroll. I mean, whatever it may be, they will define. But in the stage, they will mention stage underscore schema, work underscore schema, like that. But target, they'll give original names. I mean, naming convention, again, whatever they mention, you will use it. Okay, so we don't have to worry about it. So okay, target dot table name. So you load from work table to target table. Here only you will be applying the SCD type 1, type 2, type 3. That is why it is more important. So in SCD type 1, it's direct insert or truncate and load. So only current data need to be maintained, right? So direct insert. So SCD type 2 and SCD type 3. So as per that, I mean, whatever the business for different tables, they will use different, right? SCD type 1 for some tables, SCD type 2 for some tables, SCD type 3. So based on the table, and of course, they all will be mentioned by the in your in project. So don't worry. And for example, in your table, in your job, you will have thousands of tables, so you no need to worry, and your team is working on all those tables, and already the architecture means how you want to load is also defined by the architects. Okay, so you just need to do the copy paste job, boss. IT means, in my view, it's a copy paste job. Everyone, for example, in your team you have 4 people, or not only 4, let's say even you have 8 people or 10 people, everyone will be doing, for example, if they are all developers or hired for developers, okay, everyone will be sharing that work. Like for example, you are moving 30 tables as part of some phase 1 development, then see 8 people will be sharing, working on 4 tables, and everyone doing the same thing. Okay, extracting from source to load it into S3 and then do copy into stage and the insert stage to work, and then work to target. And all of them are SCD type 1 means everyone doing the same logic. You will, in fact, you will refer the old code and do it if you don't know. Okay, so you have to just change your column names, table names, data types, those things only you will be doing. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. IT job. Do you agree? Somnath, Somnath, I'm not sure. How is your field?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Do you agree or no?
Yeah. Yeah, sir. Right.
Yeah. So yeah, but if it is some new development, means that is first ETL development. But even new, these are very secrets. Even if it's new development, the same or similar code will be there in production. You have to see in the production and see, do your development in this similar fashion. You should be intelligent enough to log into production and see, okay, how the existing code. because the same set of code will be written maybe some other applications or some other tables, or at least you should see how the logic was written for the existing code, and you know you need to write your code in that way. But if you learn SQL, of course you can write on your own whatever the requirement. For example, you see here I wrote so the code. So even if you give some other logic also, I can change the code and write it. So like that. So for that you need to know, you know, sub string functions, you know, joins. So these things, having group by aggregate functions. That's all. These are the things you need. And of course, if you know rank and row number, sometimes some unique situations will come to use them. Yeah, you would be able to write. So yeah, so once your data is loaded into work table, it will be loaded into Redshift again using SQLs, insert select. Here also table to table, right? Work table to target table. So all SRE types are insert selects only, don't worry. Insert into target dot table from work table, work schema dot table. But again there, what we are doing in SRE type 1, either direct insert or insert else update. Direct insert means only latest data you are maintaining. Or what is ST type 2? If data is there, new data, then insert. If it's existing data, then update. So insert else update. So these queries. What is ST type 2? If record is there, update. If record is not there, insert. Record not there in target means what? It's a new record. See, record is not there in target table, but record is coming from source table. That means what? This table which is there in the source is not there in target means what? It's a new record. So insert. And the customer ID which is coming from source is there in target. That means when it will be there, it's already existing customer. So existing customer but still coming in source means there is some change. Otherwise, why it will come? So at the time you will update. That is the SCD type 2 logic. SCD type 3 means you should always maintain some 3 months data or 4 months data. So you will always have additional delete statement, delete from table, where you know I mean data some load date greater than some 90 days, like that. So that means if any data which is older than 90 days, you are deleting every day, because every day data will be added. So tomorrow 90th day means tomorrow 91st day. So tomorrow you are deleting the 91st record. Like that, every day you will delete the 91st record and you will keep only 90 days data. That means you will be applying that logic. This is delete from whatever target dot table, where I said right load date greater than current date minus 90. So this logic you will have means any data which is older than 90 days will be deleted every day. So every day data is in, so that means today data will be deleted up to 90 days. Tomorrow data will be deleted up to 90 days. Unlike that, so it will delete. So this is SQL type 3. So that means what you understood, anything we are playing with sequels. So we should learn these things. Okay, how to write SQL. This is the architecture. So for any data warehousing ETL project, it may be cloud or on premises. Cloud means only S3 will come into picture. Copy jobs we here will use, and after loading in, what copy job will do, it will load it into stage table. From stage to work again you will be doing SQLs only, and work to table also you will be doing SQLs only. But once you load the data, of course you will be validating. How do you validate? Select count star from table name, and you will check. You already know how many records came from source. So you also will check in target how many records came. So you need to do that checking. Okay, and also you need to verify whether the values are populating properly. That is as part of your unit testing, whatever it may be. So complete data validations you will do. That's all. That is your job. So okay, if data is not matching means you did something wrong. So again you will go back and check like where you must have did wrong. Okay, so On a nutshell, see here. Teradata, Oracle, these are all different data warehouses, okay, on premises. Redshift, BigQuery, Azure, and Snowflake. These are all cloud data warehouses. So in any data warehouse, okay, your source will be some database or some flat file or something like MySQL, RDS, Postgres, whatever it may be, and you will extract the data into stage, okay, and stage to work and work to target. Okay, so or sometimes people will not have stage and work separately. They will have stage and work same. While directly loading into target only, they will apply all the business rules. Yeah, I have seen different architectures, so I'm mentioning. Okay, some people will use stage, then work, then target. Some people will use only stage and work in the same schema, and while loading into target itself, they will apply the business rules. So, but anything is fine. So, okay, then see sources, extract, transform, load into target. Okay, so after target, actually, BI tools. BI tools means reporting tools will actually, why you're loading into target? Target means our data warehouse, Redshift. Why are you loading there? Okay, so that people can use it for their reporting. Who are the reporting people? Power BI. Okay, Cognos. Okay, so Microsoft Power BI. So there are reporting tools, like for example, QuickSight, Tableau. These are all different reporting tools. So what the use of those tools is, they will connect to warehouse, and yeah, they'll generate some reports. For example, daily we are loading data, right? So they will see, okay, what is today's deposits, or what is today's withdrawals, or for example, customers, you are loading, let's say customer, then what is today's total sales. All those details, the top level management will be analyzing those dashboards. Okay, so even in clouding also same sources will be there, extract, transform, load into target data also. The only difference is that in cloud your data warehouse is a cloud data warehouse, that's all. Okay, so earlier it's on-premises data warehouse, now it's a cloud data warehouse. Now again the BI tools will be connecting to the Redshift or Snowflake or BigQuery, whatever it may be, and same reporting will be there. In Redshift, how it happens is, for example, this MySQL is a source, let's say. Then it will be extracted to S3 first, and then anything in AWS first need to be put in S3. Okay, so you will extract to S3, and then from SQL from S3 to stage. Okay, yeah, stage to work, and then work to target. Target should be your Redshift. It can be easy. RDS MySQL source also same, S3 stage, then Redshift. So this S3 or MySQL to S3, okay, extract means how you will extract. Actually in MySQL, RDS MySQL, Postgres, there is unload will be there, unload. Okay, there they will unload, actually unload any database. There is load and unload, I said, right? Any database there is load and unload. So the MySQL unload will unload and put the file in S3, because S3, you see, I need something, then you have to give it to me, then only I can take it. So MySQL will, we as a developers only will do MySQL unload script will write, and when we run that, file will be placed in S3. Then we'll have copy script to load from S3 to stage, like that. Similarly, if data is in RDS MySQL or Postgres, there we will be writing unload script. Okay, that is RDS MySQL unload, that's not Redshift unload. Okay, remember. So RDS MySQL you will run unload. Okay, and that output of that unload will be placed in S3, and then same from S3 to stage, copy job will be there, from stage to Redshift, again insert select will be there. And sometimes if you are end-to-end developer, yes, you will write this MySQL unload and RDS MySQL unload, but sometimes these files will be sent automatically to S3. Okay, there is separate team will be working who is looking after these sources. Okay, for example, anyone who is working on Postgres. Their job is to make sure Postgres is always up and files are delivered on time. That means they are source still. So they will deliver your data to S3 on time. Okay, once data file come to S3, your jobs will start. Means copy job, picking the file from S3 and loading into stage, that copy job. So that will happen. So these are all chain. It's not that you will do alone everything. Source separate team will be there. You are as an ETL developer or Redshift guy. You will, if you are development, yes, you will pick the file from S3 and then load it into Redshift. Then BI team will start. BI team. So BI team people will, once the data is loaded into Redshift, they will get confirmation that data is loaded. So then they'll start their BI reports will work. They will start their jobs. Everything is scheduled, okay, based on some time. So everything there is SLA. So source people should send file by something like, let's say 2 a.m. okay, EST, US time. Then by 2 a.m. they should share the files. That's all. Otherwise they should communicate delay notification. So once 2 a.m. this S3 to stage copy jobs will start. Okay, once they got that files are ready, then they should load something like 8 a.m. something like that. They will have some SLA. So by 8 a.m. all the copy jobs and load it into target table should be completed for all the tables of the customer. Then once the loads are completed, BI tools will automatically get notification. Then their BI reports will run. If there is any load, for example, some job failed and you could not complete, then you will send a mail to the BI users that today job delayed due to so and so. Then they will wait, or they will ask for ETA, or you should only give estimated turnaround time, another 2 hours. For example, SLE is 8 a.m. Okay, by 10 a.m. we are able to load the files, and we will update you as soon as we are done with my loads. But then after the loads are done, you will inform them that loads are completed, please proceed. Then BI people will generate reports. So like that. Okay, so all these things will be, scripts will be scheduled. Oh yeah, of course, there are so many scheduling tools. One of the common tool is cron. Okay, like there are so many scheduling tools. Each customer is using their own scheduling tool, so no worries. If anyone asks, do you have any scheduling tool, you can say yes, I know cron. Cron scheduler is a Linux. Okay, so Linux shell script it is. So you can say that yes, I have idea about cron. Yeah, any questions?
No.
No, sir.
Okay, it's good that you understood everything. This class is also, I mean, not this class and that class. Every class of mine is important. Okay, so I'll share this link also today along with some exercise. Okay, so I expect that you complete that exercise. That exercise is related to SQLs. Okay, so it's a open book exercise. You try to run those queries and show me maybe in our next session.
So in SQL
Is that
interviews, what they will ask?
Somnath?
In SQL interviews, what they will ask?
They only I given as some exercise here. You complete that exercise. SQL entry questions only I drafted. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So it's an open book. It's an open book, but you should be able to write that. See here, most important Redshift SQL queries for interview. Okay, it is the most you must know if you want to excel in the job, not just do the job. If you want to outperform in the job, that means these are the things we do on a day-to-day in our work. Okay, so I started with basic questions, okay, up to things to cover, okay, all our use cases in the real time. Okay, so this will cover almost everything. So you can refer, okay, as Redshift documentation. Okay, I mean it's an open book. Okay, so after we are back, yeah, copy this, you no need to, okay, copy exercises, you no need. This we will start after copy and all. Okay, because we got break, so I did not tell copy and unload. Why? Because even before loading, knowing copy and unload, you should know what we are doing, Actually, what is the application of copy? So I told this data warehousing architecture. Okay, so no need to do copy, you just do up to 25.
Okay.
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 Yeah, I'll share this recording along with this exercise. Take some time and complete it. Okay, you are just new to AWS Redshift, right? So the more you do, you will feel that look and feel of the subject and of the flow and queries and all. Okay, terminology and all. Okay.
Hmm.
Yes sir. No, Somnath.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Prasad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Do this exercise, and I mean, this is open book exercise. Please do that. And even if you stuck somewhere, you discuss both of you. Somnath, can you share your number here? He will. I think you already shared. He will
Yes,
reach you
I
in
have.
case if you need. Yeah.
I have
So
number.
yeah. So if you need any help, reach to Somnath. He will help you. Even if you don't know, also that's fine. We will discuss all the answers again when I'm back. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So
Okay.
on 31st, yes, we don't have session. Okay. Maybe on first or second. Okay. We will have session, but I will message you. Okay. I will
Okay,
message
sir.
you. One
Okay,
day
sir.
prior, I will message you. Okay. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you then. Take care.
All the best, sir.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir.